Welcome to Sons of the Forest, a strange game where a bunch of naked cannibals try to eat you. If you don't want to watch such a thing, then I recommend clicking off this video, because there will be those naked cannibals. Anyways, let's get started. We start off in this random helicopter that's crashing into a giant forest. This guy falls right in front of me. Something tells me that he's not gonna be alright. Since I'm in the water, I have to swim gracefully to the surface, and yes, you can call me Michael Phillips because I'm literally the greatest swimmer of all time. When I emerge from the water, this strange man kicks my hand and puts a gun to me, asking who invited me here. Well, sir, maybe if you opened your eyes, you'd see I had crashed here and no one actually invited me here. Clearly not the smartest bloke, but let's move on. Thankfully, we'll be surviving this deadly journey with my friend. His username is Jesus Christ, and he's called that because like the real Jesus Christ, he'll be helping me out at every turn. Unlike the real Jesus Christ, however, this is a Belgian degenerate. For whatever reason, we both spawned in as really old men, but with that aside, we're ready for adventure. With us is our new best friend Calvin, who has some sort of brain injury, meaning he can't really communicate and waddles like a penguin on crack. While trying to teach me the controls, I quickly get distracted with something in the distance.
Okay, so if you press
Yo,
I,
who are these people over here?
they are put in spikes. They're dead.
I'll go make sure they're alright.
Needless to say, they were not alright, but excuse me for being optimistic. I eventually figured out how to pull out my knife, but then spent 8 minutes running around with it out because I couldn't figure out how to put it away. We loot these empty crates and then build ourselves a shelter. About 1 minute after that, I light myself on fire by accident, causing the first death of this game. Despite this lackluster start, we decide to go to the nearest cannibal camp to fight fire with fire, or in this case, brutal cannibals who commit brutal acts with a bunch of brutal acts of our own. Once we kill all the cannibals, we decide to snoop around their camp for a bit, and Jesus finds this nice little chair.
That's cute.
After snooping around for a bit, we see this big lad who's not too happy that we killed his whole family. He's wielding a boat motor as a weapon, but with combat skills that would put the Navy SEALs to shame, we killed him with relative ease. We go back to our camp and decorate a little bit, and if you ask me, it's really looking quite stylish. Jesus wanted a picture to commemorate the moment, so I went in the house and posed. Before we end our first day, I decided to drop some Gandhi-like wisdom on my boy Jesus Christ.
Listen, if you can't beat them, eat them.
After the quote, we decide to go to bed for the night and come back tomorrow with more adventures. After a night's sleep, we decide to look for a new place to call home and take refuge from the cannibals. On our way around, we discover some fun little things like this group of bodies.
I don't.
What is that?
What the fuck is that? Okay.
That's a whole shit ton of bodies. Cultists.
What are they?
They're cultists. You will find meaning in life again. Sons of the Stars.
That's deep.
That was just the motivation we needed to go and find this random little golf cart that someone put in the woods. Not sure what golf course is around here, but anyways.
Get in.
We drive around at night for a little bit until this lady with 3 legs and 3 arms rolls up on us. Since we're obviously great people who support diversity, we treat her like everyone else we would see, and welcome her to join our group. Sadly, however, it doesn't look like she likes us very much, so she runs right back into the woods. Since the cannibals can't swim, we decide we're going to try to set up base on this little island. It's really quite scenic aside from the random caskets just sitting there. In the morning, we get jumped by these little buggers who apparently don't like sharing their land. As retaliation, we decide to go to the nearby cannibal camp and slaughter their entire family. We might have gone in with a little bit too much confidence, however, because we die fairly quickly. Although the cannibals are pretty stupid, and instead of just killing us outright, they leave us on this pole with our knife. So we just chop ourselves down and rush at them with our little pocket knife, and do this repeatedly as we continuously die, chop ourselves down, attack, die, chop ourselves down, attack, die, you know how it goes. Eventually we do clear out the camp, however, and start looting it, but then this big bugger rolls up and starts hitting us really brutally. Not nice, man. We then do probably one of the most tactical moves that have ever been done in the forest and stand on this tent so he cannot get us. He ends up wandering around like a little bitch for a while, and we just throw stuff at him until he eventually falls over. His family shows up, and when trying to stab one of them, I accidentally break the tent that we were hiding on top of. Not a great start, but I do get the guy killed. LOL, better luck next time. We end up chopping off the guy's arm, and then get him on the ground, where we were able to finish him off with a few axe blows to the chest. Despite that whole fight not going well, we still somehow feel confident enough to go to the next cannibal camp to assert our dominance because we're the big dogs in this forest now. We tactically take this first guy out and then move deeper into the camp. When the big guy shows up, I decide to become a humanitarian and show him this skull instead of just attacking him like some savage. My humanitarian efforts worked and he fell over from kindness. We then found this little guy tied up on a log, and because I'm a humanitarian, I see that he's just a human I see that he has human parts he has fingers like us. With that being said, I decide to let him go free. Jesus wasn't a huge fan of my actions here, and I guess neither was Mr. Fingerman because he started running at me at full speed. But I take this as another opportunity to assert my dominance on the forest.
Shouldn't have fucking hit it.
Bro, I own this guy. He's nothing to me.
We do eventually kill the lad, and I keep his organs as a souvenir to remember him by. We eventually decide that our camp is too near all the cannibals to actually stay at, so we try to find a new place in the morning. We find this nice little spot at the beach we decide to build at because for some reason the cannibals are terrified of salt water. The next little bit is pretty uneventful as it's mostly just us collecting trees. Eventually Victoria, the six-limbed woman, rolls up and gives us a little dance which definitely boosted our morale. After a while of watching it, Jesus throws a stone at me because I guess I was enjoying the dance for too long. We end up rolling out to a boat to get a pistol because why not, I guess. That's a weird note to end it on, but that's where I'm ending it on because I can. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
If you can't beat him, eat him.